Good morning, sunshine. Mr. Watkins here, showing you how to complete your assignment for biology. This first part is due at the end of day Tuesday. So in your class you would have received this student activity sheet right here, and it gives you all the instructions you'll need. We're going to do this every week, and within every week you'll probably get the same student activity sheet a couple times, just assigned specific parts of it. So this first couple times I'll make some videos so that you understand how to go through them. And here's the first one. So as you can see in our Schoology course, lesson 1 is assigned, and lesson 1 questions 1 through 4 specifically are due at the end of day tomorrow, Tuesday. So up at top here you'll find the objectives for the lesson. In this case it is to develop initial models to explain why Addie got so sick despite getting antibiotics. And then there's a little star right here next to that and a little asterisk. And the other objective is to ask questions about how a bacterial infection caused Addie to get so sick despite getting those antibiotics. And then there's 2 asterisks here. Each student activity sheet that I send you is going to be broken down into like procedures and little activities named so that you know where you're at. And then within each activity there's specific instructions for you that you won't even need these videos from me much longer. You'll just be able to read them, and they follow a pattern. In this case, the student activity sheet is telling me that for number 1, I need to watch a segment of this video. It starts on minutes 2:27 and ends at 12:37. So it's going to be up to me to open up this video, and here's the link right here. And then I need to watch this. And I need to start at, the student activity sheet is telling me start at 2:27. So I would go find 2:27 or something close and then hit play. And then I would go all the way to right here at 12:42. Alright, I'm not going to watch that. The student activity sheet tells me that as I'm watching, I need to record any of the important events in the story that might help us understand what happened to this little girl and why. I also am going to record in the student activity sheet here any questions that I have. And you'll notice right here, the double asterisk, that goes back up to our daily objective to ask questions about how a bacterial infection caused this little girl Addie to get so sick despite the fact that she got antibiotics. So in order for me to be able to write on this student activity sheet, I need to go up and add it to my drive. This is actually in my drive, so it'll look a little bit different. For you, you might see a little symbol up here that with a drive symbol, or you can come to the file and then it'll be like add to my drive. Okay, I suggest you do it that way. Then as the movie is going, I'm just going to list important events here and any questions that I have. After I'm done with that, I come to the next part of the student activity sheet, which is to create a timeline. So the instructions tell me to make a timeline of the events you recorded from the video using the Google app Jamboard. Note, Addie contracted 2 different kinds of bacterial infections. Make sure your timeline includes her initial infection of Staphylococcus aureus and her second infection of Stenotrophomonas. Alright, so now we're getting a little fancy, and I need to go to Jamboard. So how do I do that? You need to go to your Google Drive, and then up here you'll pull down, and it's not one of the more common things, but Jamboard is part of the Google suite of applications, and here it is right here. So you just look for this. You're going to create your own Jamboard. Jamboard is just a fancy way of using sticky notes digitally. So here's a bunch of my recent jams, and down here is a little button to make a new Jamboard. So here's my new Jamboard. I'm going to title it Watkins Lesson 1 Timeline. And I'm just making a timeline. So a timeline is just a series of events. So event 1, event 2, and so on. You'll notice I just hit this blank right here, sticky note. That's how I make new sticky notes. Right? If I want to move sticky notes, then I choose the pointer and I move them. And then once I have enough, I might even have like a really important event 3 and event 4. They might be maybe even event 5. Maybe these 3 events are super duper important, and then I'm just back to like event 6 and event 7. All right, let's say that's the number of events we had. How do I know if something's super important? I don't know. What am I asking? My timeline is about like make sure your timeline includes these 2 things, and I'm really focused on here about how bacteria infections caused Eddie to get so sick despite getting the antibiotic. So anyway, I'm going to choose my pointer. Here's my events. I put them into a timeline based on when they happened. And there's a pen up here too. You could just do it like this, that's fine. But if I want to, like maybe just, wow, why is that so big? Show that these are connected somehow, then I could do that. All right, when I'm done with my Jamboard, it's telling me to take a screenshot of my timeline and to paste it there. So then I would just, depending on the computer you're using, make a screenshot, and here's how you put a picture. Insert picture from my computer, because that's where your screenshot will have saved. Here it is. Then boom. All right. Then I move on to part 3, identifying related phenomena. What life experiences do you or someone you know have that are similar to this story? What personal connections can you make? So just write in there whatever experience you have with something similar to what happened to Addie. And then question 4, this is the last question that's due at the end of the day, Tuesday. On a sheet of paper, I'm going to draw a model that explains how I think Addie got so sick, and then a little bit better, then a little sick again, then a little bit better, and then eventually ended up getting very sick. At this point, it's okay if you don't fully understand, just try to explain what you think happened. Okay, so I have a piece of paper here in front of me, and I'm just going to create just a filled in box. That's going to be my model. I am going to take a picture of it with my phone. Take a picture like this. I'm going to email that to myself. This is an awkward way to get it there, but it's the best way for drawing by hand. Okay, so then I'm coming up to my email. Anyways, I'll get the email. I'll download this picture. Here's my initial model. So what I would do is save this to my computer, but I'm just going to take a screenshot of it like we did last time, and then same kind of thing. Upload from computer, my screenshot, and then boom, there's my initial model. All right, that's it for Monday, Tuesday. Thanks for watching.